1, 2. Beautiful. Come on. Okay. There it goes. Nope. It's not happy about YouTube. No, it's not happy about Rumble. Alright, let me fix this very quickly. Well, before we even get on here.
But that video I sent you, Bryce, shows a bunch of different stuff. Like
We are
shots.
on YouTube, just so you know.
Oh.
You can talk, but we're on YouTube.
All right.
Probably be okay if you did talk. Then it wouldn't be boring.
What should we talk about?
So what did you do today?
Well, taught some Bible stuff.
That's a waste of time.
Well, depends on who you're teaching.
Was it children?
Yeah, I would say they're children.
Children?
Children of the corn.
Ah, there we go. Okay, now we're on Rumble. All right, I'm going to do the track, and we're going to do the thing. As soon as I find it.
I've got my angel on
Be
my
great.
mind, that's
You're gonna love
why I'm walking. There's such an ache in this old heart, now I ain't talking.
We do have one
The little
person.
hand that held mine tight just waved goodbye tonight. I've got her sweet love on my mind, that's why I'm walking. With an old love on your mind, life's not worth living. I breathe her name with every breath I'm breathing. Why could I never see?
Alright. Some old crappy country.
Who is that? George Strait?
Yeah, George Strait.
George Jones.
You just made no. George, I was George Jones born by then? I don't even know.
It's older than that.
It's probably early 50s. It's Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall.
His girlfriend broke up with him, and he's walking home.
You know, it's tough when somebody rejects you.
It is. Mm-hmm. Then you know what?
What?
Tuesday happens.
That's true. You got to go to work.
You gotta go to work.
Well, we have been out of touch with everybody out there for a while. We haven't been on.
I mean, unless they go to NEC.
Oh, yeah, unless they're showing up at church or
Right.
watching the services on Sunday. And hey, speaking of that, if you're looking for a good church, we do still continue to have services at 11 o'clock. So come and find us. But this is uneducated, and, you know, for a long time, we always kept saying the purpose of our show was to take the practical everyday things that are going on and somehow relate them to the scriptures. And yet we're not theologians. Well, we are theologians in the sense that we study the word, but we're not considered educated theologians that have degrees. And the concept of uneducated is that in Acts chapter 4, verses 12 and 13, when the disciples are taken before the Sanhedrin because they've been speaking about Jesus, it says that they recognized that they were uneducated men, but that they had been with Jesus. So we're hoping that the things we talk about always bring us back to what Jesus said and what Jesus taught, because at the end of the day, we're supposed to become disciples of his, students. So we're supposed to be looking at the world, looking at the events that are going on in the world from the perspective of what would Jesus be thinking about these things, and how would Jesus be talking about these things. So with that said, we're going to open up. There's been a lot of discussion, and it's coming really fast, and that is the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Trumpets. So I think I'm just kind of trying to look it up here real quick to see if there's any other significant things. But these are Jewish holidays, the Feast of Trumpets. I'm sorry, not Day of Atonement, Rosh Hashanah, the Feast of Trumpets. And so this is coming up here soon. It'll be September 22nd through September 24th. And then they'll have another holiday that'll take us into October. And there have been a lot of people online talking about that this is the year, 2025 is the year for either the rapture or Christ's return or the beginning of the tribulation. And so we thought we'd dive in a little bit and talk just a little bit about what you've been hearing. Matt texted us here just today or yesterday and said, hey, has anybody heard that the world's supposed to end here in 2025 or the Lord's coming back or whatever? And so, yeah, it's all over the internet. The question is,
Dude, there's this old pastor getting a giant bump out of this.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what church he's from. I've
Okay.
never seen him before in my life. And he's like, well, thanks to the title of our video, we've had like a 50,000 people bump.
Just because he's talking about this?
Yeah, the title of the video was September 23rd. And then he had, from the success of that venture, he named another one September 24th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so,
Wow.
And he's telling people, get your friends to watch on the YouTube for this.
Yeah.
This is glorious content.
Well, there is a lot of interesting stuff kind of circulating around the 2025. But, of course, they said that back in 2000, Y2K. They said it here not too long ago with something else going on. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but I think either way, we know Jesus is going to return. I think we all can see that there's a lot going on in the world today. Wars are ramping up. The Middle East is really becoming problematic. It seems like there's holy wars happening everywhere, not just between the Jews and the Palestinians, but between Christians and Democrats, or Catholics and Democrats. I don't know how you work that whole thing out. But there's a lot going on in the world today. And so there are some signs. We also have some things going on that NASA's been watching, like is it the AI3 or A13 or that's some kind of what the professor from Stanford University said, that he believes it's some kind of alien technology, but it's like several kilometers long.
It's gonna hit us.
Well, they say it's going to come within like so many thousands of miles, and it's really going to be super close. And if it were to hit some kind of a certain area in our atmosphere, it could be sucked in and then come and hit us. But this guy from Stanford thinks it's, quote, alien technology, he's calling it, because he believes it's coming from a distant thing. It has no...
It's a rock?
Well, they don't know because it doesn't have certain gases like an asteroid would have. And so as they're looking at this bright spot that's moving across the solar system and heading in our direction, they're trying to figure out what it is, and they're a little bit concerned or tormented over it. And then NASA also, several years ago, they've been tracking an asteroid that's called Apophis, and that's supposed to either come into view like 2025, 2027, you're supposed to be able to see it with the naked eye. And then by 2029, NASA first said it was going to hit and impact us, which would be catastrophic if it did. But then supposedly they took back their first analysis, and they said, no, it's only going to come within like 40 or 50,000 miles of Earth.
If it hits us, everything will be closed except Taco Bell and Walmart.
Well, yeah, and Taco Bell probably won't be able to get quite as much of the baked or the refried beans because of the shipment supplies.
I mean, it's gonna be down.
Yeah.
But in the future, Taco Bell's the only restaurant that makes it, right?
Oh yeah.
From Demolition Man, we learned.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And an Olds 442.
And Olds 442s, yeah, which was pretty sweet.
That's
Like-
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Like a cockroach.
No.
Yeah. Them and cockroaches.
Taco Bell's. Taco Bell's can be cockroaches.
Do you guys
Wait,
seriously?
am I allowed to say that or no? Is that in our new thing, in our new paradigm?
Yeah, you could say that,
Okay.
right? Do you guys actually eat Taco Bell?
No.
I don't.
Only after a long night of, never mind.
I used to eat it back in college, but I haven't eaten it in years, so I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I really don't eat it. I haven't eaten it.
Yeah.
They're that potato bowl they have is killer.
Potato bowl?
It's like their fried potatoes with sour cream and stuff.
Yeah,
on
Taco
Uh-huh.
Bell's known for their potatoes. You didn't know? You didn't,
I didn't.
it. They're
I'm guessing you
organic.
didn't know.
So a Mexican restaurant loves their tubers, tuber vegetables.
Yes.
So that would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's interesting. So I don't know, like I would hope that people that are that watch this or are listening, that they would recognize that your life. I just want to make this statement real quick, and then we can go wherever we want with this. We can play around with the whole Tom Horn and 2025 and Wormwood and all that stuff. But I don't think people realize that when Christ saves us, you are living each day as if it's your last, and you are living each day longing for a heart that is pure and obedient to Christ. And that's supposed to be the disciple of Jesus' heart and mind. That's where we're supposed to be living. And so this concept of people getting all frazzled or getting all worked up or trying to figure out when Jesus is coming, I mean, it's fine to think about those things. And to be honest, I'm kind of excited. I kind of hope he does come in the next couple weeks or whatever, because, I want to be with him forever in his kingdom, and I want to, see all that stuff, and I'm excited when that happens. But you're not supposed to worry about yesterday. You're not supposed to worry about tomorrow because it has enough trouble of its own.
Right.
You're just supposed to live today. And as we live today, you're not supposed to be living it for yourself. You're supposed to be, dead to self, crucified with Christ, so that I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. So I think the church really misses the boat when it comes to helping people become disciples of Jesus. So if we're going to get excited about Jesus returning, I wouldn't even say, hey, you better be ready when he comes. No, you just be ready today. Live today. Like you love Jesus, like you really want to obey him, like you want to please him, like you want to be.
I was talking with a friend, and I was like, we don't realize we are alive forever.
Yeah.
Like, we think that we're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not.
No.
Our bodies are. But we're not.
Right.
Nobody thinks about their life in the term of forever.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
But we really are. Like, so once you're dead, you're still here forever.
Well, yeah. You're in that other realm.
You're in the other realm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think enough people grasp that. Because if they did, they wouldn't cry at funerals. They would celebrate. Right. I mean, we're going to miss them, right?
Right.
But, like, we should be saying, that stinking Charlie Kirk, he got his reward already, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, that feeling of separation when you lose somebody you love,
Yeah.
that was never supposed to be.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we weren't supposed to have that emotional disconnect
Yeah.
ever,
But
right?
if we are seriously eternally minded,
Yeah.
we know we're going to see him again. It's a short time
Let me ask you a question.
It's a short time before we get to hear Stephen Manley go, "It's your sound system, brother."
What percentage of our church do you think is totally sound?
It's not for me to care.
No, I'm just asking you.
I can't.
Give us a number, Matt.
I can't.
1 through 100.
Do it.
Okay, 3%.
3%?
Yeah.
That's a nice number.
I think
Good number.
I think there's 10 people who are going to make it to heaven
10?
out of our church.
Dude, there was only 8.
Which is good because like Horizons, I think it's like 3.
Man.
Listen, there was only 8 that made it on the ark.
That's what I'm saying.
I know 2 of them that are going for sure.
From Horizons?
No, from here.
From here?
Yeah.
Is one of them Brian?
I don't know.
Because then the other one's Chuck.
I don't know. I can't speak for them.
Was this the new talk you were hoping for, Brian?
And this is good, yeah.
Yeah,
I like this. Yeah.
I figured that you would like it.
It's helpful.
Yeah. But seriously, like, I listen. Doesn't matter what I think or you think.
It does. That's why we have a podcast.
No, it's true. I stand corrected. I immediately stand corrected.
It matters.
But you know, at the end of the day, I hope to be going.
Me too.
Yeah, and I want to be going.
Yeah.
But it's not up to me. Either way, it doesn't change the fact
It's not up to
I'm
you.
gonna be around a long time.
Are you all right? Let's talk some theology then. It's not up to you if you go.
Nope.
How can it not be?
It is and it isn't, probably.
No, it is not.
It's not up to you if you go. If you're gonna live eternity with the Lord, it's not. It has nothing to do with you. It's not up to you.
I can do nothing of my own power.
I wish
you didn't
Steve-
think we were launching right into Calvinism.
I
did you?
didn't. I wish Stephen Manley were here.
We are launching.
He'd be like,
right
"Oh,
into-
brother.
Is that what he'd say?
Oh, brother."
Yeah, that old Unitarian.
I mean, I just don't understand how logically we can think that we have no free will to choose Christ at all. And then once we decide that maybe Christ has chosen us, then we feel like we have no power to like live above sin.
Well, because I think it's that argument of like, then you get a building block that you can put yourself above somebody else.
No, actually, wouldn't that put you even more humble, because you realize that in God giving you a free will and him influencing you and wooing you to himself, that in your choice, he's loved you enough to help you to realize and understand that without him there is no eternal life. And so now you're humbled by that, and you actually think less of yourself and you think more of other people. So like when Philippians says you think of other people's interests as more important than your own, and it starts to transform and change your life, where you stop thinking about yourself.
What does?
Christ's love and his substitution.
Okay.
Like he died in my
Yes.
place.
So it takes that to transform you. So you're not even transforming by yourself.
No, I'm 100% in agreement with the grace and the power for my salvation comes solely from Christ. However, there has to be an agent. Well, he's the agent, but there has to be like something that catalyzes that. And I think the Bible clearly says it's through faith.
The Holy Spirit touches your heart.
But it doesn't say. It
says, "Hey, I'm here. I'm knocking."
Well, that's true. But if he's knocking, you got to open the door, right?
Yeah.
So it's through faith. So I think the effort on our part is we have to at least exercise faith.
Sure. Okay.
So I guess when people say I don't know and I don't have anything to do with it, I think.
Well, I'm not the judge. Listen. I hope I am. I feel like I will.
But I think he's getting to where it's still God's decision.
It's God's decision.
Whether
Well, okay, but if we believe his word is true, then he tells us if we believe and trust that Jesus, we confess that he is Lord with our mouth, we believe in our heart that he's Lord, then we will be saved. So, and then that
But
salvation.
if it was that clean cut, then Brandon wouldn't run around asking people if they're saved or not. So are you really saved?
Well, I think then that becomes like all the letters that Paul wrote, because as you're talking to these people,
Paul Small, what does he know?
well,
He was a prisoner for crying out loud.
he was.
You can't trust the guy that went to jail.
He was a prisoner for Christ,
Oh.
and he was actually martyred for his faith, which I'm struggling a little bit about all the
About martyrdom for
yes
Charlie.
Yes, I'm struggling with that a little bit.
Why?
Well, because first of all, he was
He didn't
also
preach enough gospel for you.
no, that's not true.
Okay.
But I think that we have people in other countries who are literally being held a sword at their throat, and their kids are being told that their kids are going to be killed first in front of them if they don't recant Jesus, and then they're killed. Now, I'm not saying that because that's a worse scenario.
See, this is what I'm saying.
That
so
Charlie's
I'm saying,
not.
I'm saying, I'm not the judge of going to heaven. You're running around judging whether Charlie's a martyr or not. My
No.
goodness, Brian.
No, I mean, well, why all of a sudden we're defining? Well, yeah, I know I'm going to get probably chewed up for this, but we don't even know the motive of the shooter yet. So how could we say he was martyred for his
What,
faith?
next time are you going to tell me there's no miracles?
So, no,
Are
but
we going to get into the miracle talk?
for instance, if a drunk driver crossed over the line and hit me on my way home tonight,
You're not a martyr. Sorry.
why not?
Because he didn't maliciously kill you.
Okay, but even if he saw, okay, say he was mad at me because
Then maybe we
I
might-
cut in line.
No, that's just then your witness was so ineffective he didn't even know you were a Christian. He just knew you as a line jumper.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if the motive for the shooting was not because of his faith, then technically, I mean, he was shot for another reason. He wasn't shot because of his faith.
Yeah. He probably wasn't shot for his faith. He probably was shot
He's
because
probably
people
shot for
really
all of it.
because they really figured that he's a Nazi, like everybody is telling everybody that we are.
Well, we could pop into that too. So is anybody out there?
We got any Nazis online tonight?
Well, I don't know if anybody's online, but if people are online, there's a lot of stuff going on. Brandon might have some thoughts or ideas on this too, but there's a lot of people now questioning this gunman. And of course, there's always going to be conspiracies, but if the shoe fits, I mean, it fits, right?
I mean, unless the
glove
soul's
don't
gone.
fit.
If the glove don't fit, they
Or if
must,
there's a spider inside,
quit.
I'm not putting my foot in it.
yeah, you must have quit. So, Brandon, give us some things about what's going on. Like, what are some things that people are saying, like, that might be questionable about the shooter and all that stuff?
I don't know a lot, but there's a second shooter theory,
Okay.
and that he possibly got shot from the back, and that's why you saw a lot come out the front.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually when a bullet hits, it's super small,
Right.
and then it exits big.
Right. There's also some serious questions about the text messages too, right?
The text messages look like they're just AI built. There's suspicion of Jewish assassination. I think he was offered like $100 and some million to go speak over there from Netanyahu,
Right.
and I could be getting a lot of that wrong. Declined it, and then he smoked.
Right. Right. Yeah, and just weeks before that, he was kind of voicing his opinion on some of the and again, he always was in support of Israel. He always was in support of the land, like a good Zionist would be. Christian Zionists would be, that the land is still, God still is going to give them the land and he's still going to save them and all that stuff, which is fine if that's biblically how you see that. So he was still taking a stand on that, but he was criticizing a lot of the things that are going on with the war and different things. He was starting to poke that, and he was on Megyn Kelly. They were talking about those kind of things.
Which I like the Megyn Kelly show, but did you hear her thing this week?
I heard a couple things from her, and I just kind of shut it off because I was like, yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I don't, why are we, like, I love F-bombs, but they're fun. But why on a national radio show where it kind of seems like you're glomming on to this attention, and then you're like, I don't understand where the militancy's coming from for her.
Well, I think first of all, I mean, obviously she's angry or upset because this was her friend and all that stuff.
I know, but it's like...
But hasn't Trump given the okay for that when he dropped the F-bomb a couple months ago when he talked about them fighting?
The F-bomb doesn't belong to people. The F-bomb doesn't belong to people.
I know, but once someone of that status uses it, then I think other people go,
no, because she's kind of been doing this. I'm a frequent Megyn Kellyer. She's been doing this for a little while.
Has she?
Yeah, and then this week it was just like, okay, it's too much salt, sister. Like, calm down.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
like back her down a notch. Because I guess what I didn't like about it was she made it sound like the shooter stood up and said, I got Charlie, and Megan, you're next. Now, if then if you were like, I'm doing this to her anyway, I'd be like, holy cow, she is something else.
Yeah.
But she made it sound like that, and it's like, no one's coming after you. Like, my uncle texted me, I guess all the senators and House members changed their schedules around so they wouldn't be for safety or whatever. And my uncle was like, no one's going after you, dude.
No.
You guys are the problem.
Right.
Why in the world do you think you're going to get shot?
Right.
So, like, I kind of felt that way. Anyway, sidebar. All right, moving on. Trucking ahead.
No, so I guess, go ahead, Brad.
I was going to say there's a bunch of guys that I watch, like Mike Glover, a bunch of like SEALs talking like it was 200 yards shot. Mm-hmm. And they were saying that that's actually a pretty hard shot for
even a sniper
of where it was shot and like the angle and
yes.
all that. And it's not just, hey, me or you.
Listen,
shooting
at the angle
hitting.
he was at, that shade tent could have been in the way.
Could have been in the way.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty interesting and take a note, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Butler when Trump was out in the open.
Yeah.
Right.
He was under that tent, he was sitting down,
Yeah.
and where he was shot, his head would have actually been covering that point.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that don't add up, and I think there's a lot of podcast hosts that are starting to put some of the pieces together. And then, of course, there's some real far-fetched conspiracies that are out there.
The problem is if you could have someone from government right now,
right,
live, shoot you point blank, and everyone sees it on television, and somebody else did it.
Right. Yeah, they'd figure out a way to pull it off to say.
Yeah. No, that wasn't really him.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So here's what I think. This has started a weird firestorm, and this is what I text you guys. And I don't know exactly where this is going, but I feel like it's a holy war, in the sense that maybe the 2025 rapture, tribulation, end of the world thing is legit. Maybe this is coming upon us. And the man of lawlessness is getting ready to take his seat and show up because, like, so Monday, J.D. Vance hosts the first podcast, Kirk's first podcast, okay? And I don't know, you guys tell me, I was trying to make some sense of this because the first thing that Vance did was he shared that the most important thing about J.D. Vance was his faith. And then he shared this. He said, he believes a man not created came down from heaven. So this is very specific. This is even throwing in the face of like your Glenn Beck's Mormonism, Jehovah's Witness. This is a man not created, but came down, was born of a virgin, lived a perfect sinless life, was crucified, and was raised on the third day. I mean, he literally laid out the gospel, but then the next 25 minutes was all about how the other side, the left side is saying things that are causing people to do things like this kid did to Charlie Kirk. Now, here's my thought. First of all, I was like, okay, wow, that seems really cool that the gospel just got laid out there. But I'm like, was the gospel used as kind of just a tool to get people upset and frustrated and to shut down the left's free speech? Because ultimately, isn't that what the Democrats used to say about the Republicans? That we were saying stuff that would incite someone to do something malicious? And isn't free speech?
They're still saying that.
Well, okay, so that's what I mean. Like from a republic, even if you're a conservative, do we really believe that someone can't call like Trump a Nazi if they want to? Couldn't they do that if they wanted to?
Bro,
I didn't say lock them in jail. I'm just saying if you tell somebody that they're a Nazi, they're unhinged, and they're going to kill people.
Yeah.
Doesn't that prompt you in your spirit to be like, all right, I'm on guard because this person's dangerous? If you had a guy wandering around your neighborhood and they were like, he's stealing children and he's taking people's dining room forks right from their dining rooms, wouldn't you like lock your doors, watch out your windows, put the curtains closed? Wouldn't you do something?
Yeah, but is that what they were saying about Charlie Kirk?
I mean, they're saying it now. I have people online that I know that are saying like he was so filled with hate, like we knew this was coming.
Okay, but like I guess in my mind, I'm still going.
I'm going. Okay, where was his hate-filled speech?
I would agree.
But okay, you have to understand that when you say, I don't think people should cut up their children so they can be a different sex, you become a hateful person to the other side.
Okay.
You are now an enemy.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where it comes from. It's that simple.
I know, but I guess I'm still trying to compute this. Is that, okay, so Vance comes on, gives a quick gospel, and then he starts talking about this. Isn't that still part of free speech? Or does free speech stop somewhere? Is there a line somewhere for free speech?
there is. Alex Jones, case in point, Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the Democrats shutting him down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think it was right to shut him down? Like he shouldn't have been allowed to say
You
that?
can say whatever you want.
Okay, well then I guess I feel like we can't tell the Democrats they can't incite that either.
Who's saying that?
I think that's what J.D. Vance is. The following 20-some minutes of his podcast on Charlie Kirk's show was pretty much like, stop these leftists from inciting violence by the words they're saying.
Yeah, but if you're running around pointing at someone going, he's a murderer, he's going to kill you any second, he doesn't care about your life, is that okay? This guy right here lights houses on fire.
It's still free
And
speech,
people
though,
die inside.
right?
I mean,
it is still free speech, but it's bogus.
I agree. It stinks.
But you're still allowed to say it.
But
you should be.
I think if you start shutting people down, I think that's what we.
Yeah, but wouldn't you be like, okay? Wouldn't you be like, all right, this person has not burnt down a house. There's not evidence of a burnt down house, and you're gonna cause a problem. You're gonna get that person hurt from your words. Are you not allowed to say that?
No, you can say that.
No. Okay, so is J.D. Vance using his political office to shut down speech?
Don't know.
No, he's not making laws.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
and I don't.
I'm not against it. I think you should be able to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm fine with what you're saying. I totally agree. I want to know where we're going here with the J.D. Vance. Did he make laws, or is he promoting laws that we tell people they can't say things?
So I think this is my thought. The first thing I thought of was the gospel, 30 seconds, a tool to rally the troops for what I would call a free speech or political holy war. and I think it's coming somewhere down the pike, and I don't know exactly how they're going to use this Kirk shooting to do it, and I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but if that's the case,
Oh, what if he's just the first one?
well, that could be it. Like Candace Owens could be next. You just don't know. Megyn Kelly, whatever.
She's going on her
Yeah.
ride tour.
Right. So, I mean, if that's the case, well, then, yeah, now we got problems. But I guess I'm looking at this. And so then, so this would take us to another tier, and that is the Global Governance 2025. You guys have heard about that back, I don't know if it was like 20, I don't know how many years ago this thing was whole put together.
Well, they had Agenda 2020,
Right.
and now Agenda 2030,
Okay.
and then they had milestones along the way.
Okay, so if you go online and just type in Global Governance 2025,
Okay.
the plan with the United Nations and a bunch of other countries, including the United States, we're a part of it. We're right on their website. I went there to look at it. But
Well, because all the money's coming from here.
Exactly,
Name
exactly.
the other countries that the money's coming from.
No, you're right, you're
we
right.
can't. You're a goose.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. So, but part of this is that eventually here they're preparing that we're going to have some kind of catastrophe. Something's going to happen, whether it's unrest, global warming. They've got all these things on there where we are going to need a global governance. And all these governments of the world are working to try and prepare this. So we know this is happening. And so if these things are being, and it's specifically Global Governance 2025, just go look it up.
Okay.
You'll find their website.
Let's go back to how J.D. Vance's speech had anything to do with this.
Well, it doesn't have. Well, I think one of the things it has to do with is that eventually governments and nations are going to rally around Antichrist, and as they rally around Antichrist, it is technically going to be the holy war, because Satan in Revelation chapter 12, when Satan is cast out of heaven, he makes war against the saints who declare the name of Christ. And so this is going to be part of that holy war, and I don't know.
So you're saying that Charlie Kirk was not a saint getting blown away in a holy war.
No, he may have been.
You're saying that Candace Owens and J.D. Vance and Charlie Kirk are tools of the Antichrist.
Well, I'm saying I don't know about Charlie Kirk. Seemed to have a pretty solid faith. So I would say he might have been, what do you call it, a casualty of war, whatever you call that. But what I'm saying is that I don't know who you can trust in the political realm, and I'm trying to listen to all of the banter and the things that are being said, and I'm just seeing the kind of language that's coming out, and I'm just going, okay, eventually here you're going to have to choose sides.
We
and
have to see if they're Harvard babies or not.
You might have to.
You know who's a Harvard baby?
You might have to.
DeSantis.
He is.
I've never trusted that guy.
Yes. Skull and Bones, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
322.
And Matt, you know as well as I do, we've talked about this before on this show, but this takes us back to the United States government and the influence of Freemasonry.
Sure.
I mean, there's talk like that that guy that's off the grid. He was talking about how they found him in 33 hours and the 33 whatever, all that 33.
Doug and Stacy.
Yeah.
I no joke. I have emails back and forth with those guys.
Do you want them? Should we get them on here? See if they'll come
They
on our
got
show.
a huge following, dude.
All right, we'll see if we can get them on our show.
They got like 10 million subscribers.
Doug and Stacy. They're not Amish though,
Wait.
right?
Doug and Stacy, like your in-laws?
Oh,
They just live off the grid.
they live off the grid.
They
out
had
in,
Dutch Country Restaurant?
No, this is Doug and Stacy who live off the grid in I think Missouri.
Missouri.
I think it is
You
Missouri.
say Missouri.
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 Yeah. So listen, I don't know J.D. Vance from this. This is why I get so frustrated with people. Like we just had that conversation. Who do you think in our church we would have a better gauge on the people in our church because
Eight people.
Okay, 8 people. Because we eat with them, we talk with them. So
3%.
in the back of our mind,
3%, yeah.
we all have like a little idea going, hey, this person might need some help, but we can't question their salvation. Everybody's in a different spot. But it's so easy for people to go, well, J.D. Vance just said, you know, the gospel in 30 seconds, so he has to be a Christian. We have no clue. We've never sat with him. We don't even know his heart.
So is this why you're skeptical of J.D. Vance?
I'm skeptical of the whole political realm right now
Did you sit and eat with Charlie Kirk?
No, but I've heard him articulate his faith, and I've heard him talk about his faith in settings where he's being questioned.
Are you worried because J.D. Vance's wife is a Catholic, possibly Hindu? We don't know.
I'm not worried at all. I'm trying to put these things together. I'm trying to put these things together.
Please come again.
I really. I'm just trying to put these things together because we're living. So is the revelation is clear. Old Testament prophecies are clear that these nations are being run by spiritual entities.
Okay.
So
yes, we are fighting powers and principalities. They are Ephesians 6.
Exactly. And if we are close to tribulation and end times, I'm just trying to discern the times. That's all I'm trying to do.
We have a ways to go.
You could be right.
So you're not thinking the 23rd? You think do you think you're gonna get the motor in that car first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you are.
God told me.
God told me.
Yeah.
I'm definitely.
He assured me.
Yes.
I'm definitely not getting that bathroom done before he gets back.
No, I don't. Well, I don't think anybody's ever going to use that bathroom. You're going to sell that house with a possibly almost brand new bathroom.
No, I got some PEX lines in. I still didn't put that box in yet. I haven't had a chance. I get home and I never have time. I should never know.
My remodel's going slow too, but it's going.
It's common, yeah. Mine is too. I just got 12 different remodels. Hey, I just fixed my front porch though. Finally.
I did see a bunch of boards out there.
Those look good.
Yeah, front porch is done. Well, that section that got burned. I won't say how it got burned.
How'd it get burned?
I can't tell you.
All right. Did you leave garbage on it?
No. Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh.
There were some people that said I was preaching the gospel a little too heavy.
Yeah, but I don't know. You could be a tool of the Antichrist.
I could be. I mean, that's possible.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But when I say I don't know, I don't question my own faith.
No, listen. I think you should always be evaluating your heart.
Maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'm being too sensitive with myself.
Okay.
I think you can question anybody if you don't know them, right? Like that's just a red flag in your
I don't
head.
think we can question Esther. She's home now.
Yeah, Esther's pretty much in.
Esther's in.
Esther's in. Yeah. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you're right. We can't, like, if I were to look at everybody, God has so much grace, we don't even know about it.
Yeah.
So we could look at somebody and go, man, their life's pretty messed up. But God's going, man, they're trying.
All right.
You know, they're having faith in me.
So
you can't.
So Unitarian. Is Hitler getting in?
Probably could have.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless he remembered his Catholic roots right before he died.
Did you have dinner with Hitler? No,
I didn't.
You don't know his faith.
I don't. You're right. I don't. And everybody uses him as an example, but man, he might be.
That's why it's fun.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, imagine him at the
dinner table,
the dinner line. And
What about
who is that? And he turns around. See a little Hitler there.
He's sitting ironically with Charlie Chaplin. Oh. Yes, you can't tell them apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Some people could be really mad if that were the case. And that's the story that Jesus tells of, the dinner guests.
That's the thing. If someone sees Hitler in heaven, can they have bitter feelings in heaven?
No, that's the whole point. Jesus died for Hitler. And so why people have to really, these are the kind of stories, the parables that Jesus told. You can't be getting mad when Jesus decides he wants to save this person just because you don't think he should. That's bad news for you. If you got a bitter heart like that.
Also, it's leaning Calvinisty, kind of.
Calvinisty?
Kind of Calvinisty, a little bit.
Maybe.
You're just saying he preordained. If God wants to choose.
No, Hitler would have had to have come to his senses and repented.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just do what he did and then be like, I made it.
Yeah, right.
I got it.
Right, yeah. So thankful that Jesus let me do all that.
I'm so glad I gave all of our troops all of that meth. Now I get to go to heaven.
I think they called that it started with a P.
The
I don't
stuff
know.
they gave them.
Perviven or something.
That was to hype the troops up.
It was an amphetamine.
Dude, they were giving them amphetamine.
Wow.
Perviven or something.
And they figured out that they needed to dial it back because their teeth were falling out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd like to know. Well, never mind. Yeah, it's a lot. I'd still like to know how many of those scientists are still here working on stuff.
Did you know
Pervitin.
Pervitin. Did you know Ohio has an Area 51?
Yeah, I just heard about that recently.
Did you listen to them two guys talk about Southern Ohio?
Hangar 42.
Is that down in Dayton?
It's in Dayton.
Yeah.
No, this is it's a GE lab down by Portsmouth.
Supposedly the Canacar Giant went to Dayton.
They call
Yeah.
it Ohio's Area 51. It's a GE jet lab in like Portsmouth on the river, and they call it something on the mountain. Yeah, because it's in the hills.
And when you say Area 51, you mean like a wreck happened there?
Clandestine, weird, alien-y stories, GE technology, flying weird stuff. People landing on mountains they shouldn't be able to land on, like not enough room, and yet we're landing all kinds of weird aircraft there.
Wow.
Yep.
It's interesting that it's on mountains or tops, yeah. Well,
Anyway, that got away from us. That was good though.
yeah, but the alien thing, I mean, there's so many things that are coming to a head right now. So maybe, I mean, Brandon, I mean, he says no, it's not going to happen. He's going to have his engine in before the Lord returns, and that's fine. And you're going to have your truck done.
No,
and
I don't. I'm not making any promises, Brian.
No? Okay. All right. But I just, there's a lot of stuff coming to a head. Like even all this disclosure alien stuff. I mean, that's all demonic.
Yes. Did you see the one where the laser tore the missile in half?
Yes, I did see that.
Oh
That's-
my good night. What was that?
Have they figured out whether that's legit?
Nobody's saying it's not.
Okay. All right.
Nobody's saying it's not.
And that's different than the one where they shot that 100-pound missile and the missile bounced off of it. That's different than that.
Yeah, you were telling me about the doink.
Yeah. So they literally shot a 100-pound missile at this orb, and you can see the missile just bounce off of it.
Where was that at?
Government has these videos now that they're starting to release. And then Matt just mentioned this one. Can you explain that one to Brandon?
So, basically, they're firing one of our super fast ground close drone missiles, and they're following it. You know, the fast speed footage. This thing comes into view, lasers it in half. Thing falls apart like a piece of bread, and then takes off.
Do you remember that a few years ago when everyone's supposed to storm Area 51?
Yeah.
Like the real Area 51?
Yeah, they shut that down.
There was a meme that came out and it said like everyone wants to storm Area 51 until they let Homeboy out, and it was the Predator or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
which could be true.
Yeah, I know. You start seeing those kinds of things, that'd be scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I mean, like even the movies and stuff, they always say that they start showing us these movies, getting us prepped and ready for the next thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of these movies, man, they're just getting us ready for some kind of weird thing to start happening.
I mean, Terminator was early 80s.
Yeah.
And
Right.
now we actually have
Right.
crazy real flesh robots.
Yeah. Right.
Like pretty close.
Yeah. And then those kids, those Hispanic kids in Arizona, when they saw that thing in their backyard, I mean, that's almost like Predator type thing.
Yeah.
Like that thing is like it's it's like in there, and they can kind of see like a reflection of it, but then it's gone or whatever, and it's moving.
Did you watch that one, Confessionals, about that kind of Predator deal?
No.
It's spooky.
It'd be cool to get that guy on here too. We're never gonna get him on here, are we?
Which
He
guy?
might.
guy from the confessionals.
Send him an email.
I bet we can get.
Huh?
I bet we can get Jose Jorgensen back in here.
Who's that? Oh, Joe Jordan. Actually, I texted him not too long ago, and he said, "Yeah, keep me in the loop."
Of course he did.
He just had Joe Jordan on.
In the confessionals.
Of course he did.
Well, then we'll tell him that we had Joe Jordan on before he ever had him on.
Yeah.
So he probably needs to get on our show.
Street cred.
Yeah,
Cred, yeah.
definitely.
You people are silly.
So just to kind of finish up my thought, whether, with the whole J.D. Vance political holy war, that kind of stuff, I just think as Christians, we need to take a deep breath.
Who's ready? Who's going to fight a holy war? Tell me.
I-
We're all dead. I'm going to tell you right now. If there's a holy war, we're all dead.
Who's that?
There is nobody ready in this country to fight anybody.
I guess what I'm trying to think of, what does the fight look like when in Revelation 12 when it says that Satan, he declared war on the saints. He was going after to kill the saints. So he's already been doing that in other countries.
You know what would be hilarious? He attacks all the other countries and leaves America alone.
It's true.
He's like, I've already got that one.
That could be true.
We got North America settled, boys. Hit everything else.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it's going to look like, and I think Christians need to get a grip. I think they need to take a deep breath, and they need to start to think about where their faith is really at.
You know what's crazy? So, just real quick, I had the day of, I had a 12-year-old daughter and an 18-year-old daughter text me and call me and go, Dad, did you see what happened on Charlie Kirk? Now, I knew that Zoe was watching or aware of. She liked to watch him. But I didn't know Zoe or Zia did.
Mm-hmm.
Then yesterday, I had my neighbor come over, who really I haven't seen since he moved over there. But I knew it's Brian's son, so I knew him as a boy. They play video games, kind of keep to themselves, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He comes over, he goes, I kind of want to talk. And I'm like, oh boy, about what? And it was the Charlie Kirk thing. And he's like, I don't know how to feel about this. And I'm like, you watched Charlie Kirk? And he's like, yeah, he was terrific. I stumbled upon him, and he was struggling with his death, all of it. And he's like, how do I not be outraged at the people who we think did it? And I was kind of like, well, we don't really know who did it. We just have this nebulous side that we fight. And I told him that.
And that's the other thing, too. You can't put all the you people in the category.
Just like you can't put all Nazis or all Germans with Nazis or all Jews with...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or do you not agree with that?
Oh, no, you can't. No. Because you have a bad person, we have to allow people to stand on their own.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the problem.
Not every left person.
That's the problem that the TV has trained us.
Right. Yeah.
Is that we are allowed to lump people together and go,
have a divide.
That whole group.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, listen, there definitely are stereotypes. Stereotypes exist for a reason.
Yep.
I don't think we should deny those things, any of us.
No.
And if you don't like your stereotypes, don't live up to them, right? Mm-hmm. But I do think I do ask myself questions like, how in the world could you say you love the gospel and think it's okay to kill an unborn baby?
I'm with you.
How can you do that?
I agree 100%.
But see, now I'm starting to be borderline. That's borderline hate speech to some people, or trying to take someone's right, or
they use just Christianity.
I'm closed-minded. That I can't understand. Because here's how I look at it. This is where this is going. We have justified killing babies in the womb for so long now that we allowed some people to kill themselves as elderly who are sick,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And now we're to the point where we go, that person's insane. He's going to hurt somebody with his speech. He's a bigot. He's terrible. Boom, he's dead. As soon as you start disrespecting the life of the baby and then the senior citizen, all the gloves are off.
Yeah.
What life does matter at that point?
Yeah.
And I think that's where we are. I don't know about a holy war. I don't know about all that stuff just yet. Because really, for the most part, it seems like we've got a lot of things quelled down and quiet. We really have this battle within our own country that we can't seem to get rid of. Because we allow ourselves to be divided by the television.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Does that make sense?
No, I think it does. And I think the mainstream media is part of that problem. Yeah, definitely.
How dumb is it right now, the Kimmel thing? That people are saying it's the government forcing quiet speech. The company fired him. No lawmaker came out and told him to get down. Or
Yeah.
he can't do that.
Right.
And to be honest with you, his ratings have been terrible for so long. He probably should have been gone years ago. If they looked at stuff. I feel like this is just taking advantage of a situation to get rid of a guy at a certain time.
Yeah. And I think all that's strategic. I mean, everything's...
If we're going to do anything, we're going to have civil war in this country.
Well, the other thing, though, is a lot of the people on the air, majority of them have a voice and could steer you left.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the big actors.
Well, that's why we have this podcast.
Yeah.
We help steer the tide the other way.
Yeah, we have to keep people straight.
I mean, these 3 viewers are going to really shove it the other way.
And from those 3 viewers, are there any comments or anything going on?
It's been kind of quiet.
Okay.
It's been kind of quiet.
Interesting.
Most of our stuff happens during the week, but we do have 5 people watching. 4 or 5 people.
That's cool. It's good that they're watching. Well, I mean, I know that there's going to be repercussions and there's going to be obviously a lot of stuff going on here in the next couple weeks. So we'll try to stay abreast of that and maybe talk about if it.
Vests are optional, ladies and gentlemen.
Like ski vests. You got body armor?
That's a Lethal Weapon quote.
You got body armor?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should get chicken wings one night, boneless.
Hot ones.
Hot ones. And then watch Lethal Weapon.
Why are we getting boneless chicken wings?
To watch Lethal Weapon.
That's like meat glue.
We could have a Lethal Weapon watch here and see how Christian it is.
It wouldn't be very good. If I remember
It's
correctly.
He saved some lives in there.
Oh, he did. He also shot some, I think, if I remember.
Danny Glover's like, that's why I shoot him in the leg.
I do like Lethal Weapon.
Some of the greatest movies ever.
Oh, my goodness. And, now I go back. So the other night we were trying to watch something on TV, and we do this every weekend. We sit there on Netflix, and then we go to Prime, and then we go to YouTube, and we try to find, and we're like, oh, this one's rated PG-13. Maybe it'll be okay. And then we look, and it's like sex, violence, language, whatever, drug. And we're like, all right, let's try to find another one. And there's just nothing out there. There's just nothing out there to watch. It's crazy. So then you either have to compromise and watch something where you're like, okay, I'm hoping I missed that part and don't see that part or don't hear that part. And it's just a real big issue for me because, I mean, Christ did say we're supposed to be in the world but not of it.
Right.
So
you should really just throw your TV away.
April tells me all the time.
Why are you even bothering trying to watch television? I don't know. You could watch Cletus McFarlane. Is there any sex in Cletus McFarlane?
I don't know.
I haven't seen any.
That one, no.
Which one?
I was no.
What is Cletus McFarland? I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, Tom Bailey videos. Nothing sexual there. No drugs.
There's nothing on Cletus either.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
You can watch
1320.
Old Man's Garage.
Old Man's Garage, 1320.
Okay.
It's all stuff you should be in.
Yeah.
I got a
Men are watching.
I got another I got another guy that I know, buddy.
That's good.
He said he's been watching movies out of shows out of South Korea because they're clean.
Probably. Can you understand them?
Yeah, they're like I think so. I'm pretty
probably
sure
like-
that's what they are.
It's probably like watching an old Bruce Lee movie.
Like like their mouths are all
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so. I think they're cool. I think that's what he. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're South Korean movies or something like that.
Just stick to Lethal Weapon, dude.
I probably will.
How?
Can't I buy one of those machines that takes out all the bad stuff?
It's really just there's like
Only 26 F-bombs and
2 booby scenes.
well, see, that's not good either. That's not healthy.
The 80s had booby scenes in tons of movies.
I know, and that's where I remember my mom and dad, the first time my brother brought home, he rented a VCR and he got Jaws movie. And we were all going to go watch this movie. And so he had his VCR. I just remember this as a kid. And when those girls, were like in the water and their tops or whatever come up, my mom and dad like had a fit. Like they went nuts. And so my mom and dad, they weren't necessarily Christian, but there was a moral standard even back then when I was a kid that has totally changed today. Like today, we are so desensitized. You can watch a movie, watch it the third time and go, man, the first time I never heard them use God's name in vain that many times. Or I didn't see that sexual thing there. Or I didn't, because you're so desensitized to it now. It's crazy. And back then, man, it was like if you saw that, you were like mortified.
You know that part in Lethal Weapon where that him and that girl, I think it's the third one, they break into that thing and there's all those guns and there's that Rottweiler wanting to chew him up.
Kinda. I don't remember it.
Pulls the gun on him. He goes, "No, what are you doing?" He goes, "I can't shoot dog." He goes, "People, okay, but not dogs."
It is funny.
And he ended up taking the dog home. And you know what I mean?
That's funny. All right, gentlemen. Well, what do you think?
Let's get outta here.
Are we out of here for the night?
Let's get out of here.
All right. So be watching the listening to the language and watching the upcoming stuff, and we'll try to keep on top of it because September 23rd and 24th are not far from now.
No,
that's next week.
It's 1 week from now.
Yeah. And
So we'll see you in heaven, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if Brandon and I are gone, Matt, and you're left behind, you'll have to do the show on your own.
Yeah, I'll be like, see, I knew it. I told you guys.
Yeah.
Told you.
But you know what? There's still hope, Matt. So
Right, I could be one of the 144.
yeah, just watch a.
I can't be.
Finish up.
We went to the ending.
We
It's
got
over.
there.
Oh, okay.